Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the brand new buttercream release from Light Elegance for spring 2022 called Farmer's Market. And these colors kind of look like farm fresh fruits and vegetables, hence why I took out the tomatoes and strawberries. And just a little secret, I ate the strawberries instead of putting them back in the fridge. But besides that, if you're curious to see what these colors are like up close, then keep on watching. Okay, let's jump right into it. Going organic is the first color we're going to look at, and this is a blush pink neutral kind of color. I would say it's kind of like your light blush pink with a warm gray undertone to it, so it's quite pretty. And I did find that it went on really nicely on the swatch stick, and it was very pigmented, so thin layers, 30 seconds cure in between each layer, and you get your full opaque coverage. And this, with being a light pink color, sometimes we struggle with those lighter colors. I found that I didn't struggle at all. And this is probably my favorite part of doing these videos, is when I show you these colors on my skin tone and the 3 different colored skin tones coming up right here. And I did the matte again. You guys seem to like when I do these colors matte as well, so you get a sense of what they look like, both shiny and matte. I love this color. This is such a soft spring color. So let's take a look at this next to Take It Easel from the artist collection that was just released. All Pose for Leo was also in the artist collection, so shade darker, and pencils and paintbrushes is more of your purple taupe kind of color. And I'm just gonna let you watch the rest of these because I think there's quite a few. So sit back, relax, enjoy the music, grab a pen and notepad if you want, take notes, and let's see what colors compare. Okay, next color is called Cherrypicked, and this is like a cherry red or a cherry pink. I would say it's leaning more on the pink side, and it's got very faint, fine glitter in here. There's not a lot, but just enough to give it a little pop. So I did find with this one, you would need 2 thin layers to get that opaque coverage. I don't think 1 layer would be good enough, but I always do 2 thin layers anyway, so it didn't really matter. This is such a gorgeous color. This reminds me of those cherry popsicles in the summertime as a kid. And look at this color matte, especially on the dark skin tone. Wow, that is so gorgeous, stunning. This is a great color that you could wear in spring or in the summertime, and I think you could also wear it like at Christmas time as well. So let's move on to the color comparisons here. Okay, so I did some comparisons with pink colors as you saw, and now we're going to transition into some more of the red tones. And it's so funny how this color kind of is both pink and a red. Smooch and Cha-Cha Cherry are quite similar in tone only, as Cherrypicked has a bit of a shimmer to it. Next color we're going to look at is called Locally Grown, and Locally Grown is a really pretty light gray. I think this is a perfect light gray for spring. It does have a blue undertone to it, so you don't really need your baby blues or a straight neutral gray. I like this one because it does have that blue undertone to it, and it is a lighter shade of a gray. And I found that this color was quite pigmented, so 2 thin layers, a really nice opaque coverage, no streaking or shadowing, and really easy to apply. And here's what Locally Grown looks like on my skin tone, just a nice soft gray. And what it looks like with these 3 skin tones and with a matte top coat. Yeah, I'm really loving these colors matte, as well as the artist collection that we looked at last week. Those colors matte just looked amazing. Okay, let's see what kind of grays I have. Knockin' Boots has got more of a purple undertone to it. Ugly Duckling number 68 is more of your medium gray. And number 27, Color Gel from Ugly Duckling, kind of has like a green-gray undertone to it. So let's just take a look at the rest of these that I picked out to compare to. Okay, Mauve from En Vogue, I don't know why it's called Mauve. That is a green-gray. Same with Mud Bath and Ugly Duckling number 11. Polymer Pal from Light Elegance is more of your blue-gray. Those two ombre together would look nice. And Stroke of Genius from the Artist Collection. I wanted you guys to see that next to Locally Grown. Okay, the next color is called Farm Fresh, and this is what I would call a carrot orange, a pumpkin orange. It is more of a, how do I put this? It's not as pigmented as the other ones, but when you do 2 layers, you do get a full opaque coverage. And when I first saw this color, I thought, oh, this actually belongs in a fall collection, not a spring collection. But I get that this is like a carrot orange, so great for the theme of this collection, and serves me right for thinking, oh, orange, when I had a client come in and she wanted this color. Silly me, I talked her out of it. I shouldn't have, because I really wanted to see what it looked like on her. Just because orange is not a color I would wear, I mean, look how great it looks like on the dark skin tone. And you could ombre this color down the nail with a glitter and it would look really spring-like. So Hear Me Roar is kind of that same consistency as Farm Fresh, a little bit of a see-through type of application, in case you have Hear Me Roar. That's why I showed that one first. And I actually don't have anything quite comparable to this orange color. Next color we're going to look at is called Meet Me at the Market, and this is a really pretty light to medium peach, more on the light side peach, and it is very pigmented. As you can see, 1 thin layer, you do get a full opaque coverage. There's no streaking or shadowing, so a little bit different in the see-throughness, if you will, compared to Fresh or Farm Fresh, the orange one that we just took a look at. And I'm also seeing that there's a bit of a gray undertone to this color. So it's a little bit of a muted color, which seems to be the trend for this spring. And I actually like the toned down or the muted spring colors as opposed to pastel colors, because there's a little bit more of a pop of color compared to pastel colors. Now let's take a look at this color on 3 different skin tones, and in matte, this one is just absolutely stunning. And this almost kind of reminds me of a carnation pink with a warm undertone to it. So let's take a look at some colors and see what I came up with to compare. Okay, Camel One Humper 2 is similar but a little bit on the lighter side. Ugly Duckling number 12 looks almost identical, which is weird. And number 13's got a little bit more of a rosy pink hue to it. What's in your basket is a little bit darker as well. So a couple of colors there that are quite similar to this one, but not 100% exact, except for Ugly Duckling number 12 that we just looked at. And I wanted you to see this color next to I'll Pose for Leo from the Artist Collection, so a little bit different. And Do the Van Gogh is almost looks like your bright coral compared to this color. Okay, and the last buttercream we're going to take a look at is called Veggies and Vines, and this is a light green. A light green. It's not really a mint green, it's not a fluorescent green, it's just a really pretty light springtime green. So I would say that it is darker than a pastel green, and it doesn't really have that gray undertone to be muted, but it's like a really pretty bright spring green. It's a fresh color. It's a color that actually really makes me smile considering it's green. And I actually have some ideas of how I would want to use this color in a nail design. So hopefully I get a chance to do that on one of my clients here soon. So this is what it would look like on my skin tone. Quite pretty. And then look at that dark skin tone and matte. Like, come on, that is stunning. So pretty. So I'm going to compare this to colors that don't really compare, just so you get a sense of how light and bright at the same time this green is. And I would say that Margarita by Fusion is probably the closest color I have that does compare. Okay, so let's recap the Farmer's Market collection. When I'm looking at this collection, I do see like farmer's market type of colors. I think the Farm Fresh, which is that orange color, just sort of makes me feel like I'm looking at a bunch of fruits and vegetables. So that's kind of well done here. Out of all 6 colors, they were pretty easy to apply with very deep pigmentation, with the exception of Farm Fresh. That was a little bit more transparent. And Cherrypicked was, you would have to do 2 layers with that one, but it wasn't as transparent as Farm Fresh is. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how those 2 colors apply. The rest of the colors applied really well. I mean, they all applied very well. I'm just trying to give you an idea of the different consistencies with the 2 colors that weren't the same as the rest of the collection. You know, I'm wondering what Farm Fresh would look like over top of white. I wonder if that would kind of brighten it up a little bit and be more of a springtime orange as opposed to a fall orange. That's the only one I'm really struggling with. But like I said, I had a client that wanted that color. So, you know, I have to start thinking about not what only I would like, but what my clients would like as well. So I think with this collection, you do have some nice soft colors, the soft blushy pink and gray. Then we have a peach, pink, orange, and a nice, really pretty green. So there's a variety of colors in this collection, and I think something that will suit pretty much anyone. And another thing I've noticed that the Buttercream collection, this spring collection, would pair up really nicely with the Artist collection that Light Elegance released a couple of weeks ago. So I'm trying to figure out what my favorite color is out of this collection, and my eyes are being drawn obviously to Veggies and Vines because that's such a pretty green, but I'm really into these soft neutral colors. So locally grown, the gray, and going organic, the blush pink, those ones, those 2 ombre together would look so stunning with some fine iridescent glitter over top. Oh, that would look gorgeous. Or hollow butter bling. Oh, yes. Okay, so tell me what you guys think. I am really curious to see how many of you are going to comment about Farm Fresh the orange. Yeah, I I just kind of have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of comments about that. But overall, what do you think of this collection? Is this something you are going to add to your own collection? Do you think it's too similar to the artist collection I reviewed last week? Tell me your thoughts and comment them down below. And that is it for this video. If there's colors that you wished you would have seen to compare to and I didn't show them, just put a comment in the comment section below and I will put the comparisons, if I have the color, under my community tab. And I think that's it, you guys. So here's to spring 2022 from Light Elegance. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media and we will see you in the next one. Bye guys.